Hello guys, welcome to BuddyDevelopers once again, and in today's video we're going to see all the shortcodes, widgets and blocks available in GeoDirectory. So let's start. So here we are in our setting page once again. Let's open one of the GeoDirectory template. In this case we are opening the GD detail template, and this is basically a Gutenberg layout of GD detail page where you can change the layout of this page by adding blocks. But if you are aware of classic editor that was there before WordPress 5.0 and you find that comfortable, then you can install classic editor plugin from wordpress.org, and then you will get a GeoDirectory shortcode builder there where you can add GeoDirectory shortcode by using that builder. So because Gutenberg is the future editor of WordPress, so I will suggest to you guys to keep using Gutenberg instead of the classic editor. In Gutenberg, basically, as I've shown, that you can change the layout of page using blocks. So here every blocks that you see with GD prefix are GeoDirectory blocks. So we'll browse all of them. Okay, so here you can see all the blocks with GD prefix are GeoDirectory blocks, and in GeoDirectory core plugin there are 37 blocks, widgets, and 37 widgets, 37 blocks and 37 shortcode you will get. So let's see them one by one. If you will hover on any block, on the right hand side you will see the name and small description, and pretty much every block is self-explanatory. So I don't think that I should go for adding every block here and then showing it in the front end how it looks. So what I will do, I will just add a few one from this list, this 37 blocks, and then you can play with your setup on your end. If you have any query related to any block, you can just comment in the video section and I will try to sort it out there, or I will see if I can get a new video for that particular thing. Okay, so for example, this GD search has the description suggests that show the GeoDirectory search bar. So wherever you need a search form of GeoDirectory, you can basically use this block there. GD best of listing, show best of listing from category. So for example, let's add this on our detail page. So I'll add it. Let's remove this random blocks that I have added earlier. Okay, so here basically I have added this block, and on the right hand side, if you will see, if it is not there, you can click this setting icon. Okay, so here you can see this is the page setting and this is block setting. So since right now I clicked on this block, so I'm on the GD best of listing block section. So if I click on this block, see I'm on the GD single next navbar block. So let's check the setting of GD best of listing. So here you can see you can give it a title. Okay, no need to give a title. For example, you can give it as you need, and then you have your design specific things like the tabs on the left, or you need a tabs that drop down. So let's keep it tabs on the left. Then you need list view or grid view. Let's do it grid of 2, and how many posts you want to show, how many categories you want to be set there. Okay, then you can define the style something, and then there is advanced setting to add CSS class, and there is also this setting in every block. You will see this, you can enable it, and when you will enable it, you will see that there are few more settings get visible here. So whenever you add a block, check by enabling this option. This will show you all the advanced setting related to that particular block. So here it is mentioned like enable location filter. Okay, so this filter is basically if you are on a particular listing or particular location, then it will show you only those location specific post in this widget, and use the current view post type. So if you are on a particular post type A or post type B, it will show you post based on the current post type. Okay, let's save it and see in the front end if we can see the best of the listing. Okay, let's go to places and then click on one view detail page. So here basically you can see that our blog is alive, and I can see all the best of the listing, because right now no listing have a none of them have a star, so they all are coming as the best. No problem, but it's just for demo. Okay, let's remove it and move further with our other shortcodes. Then you have GD categories, which will show you the list of GeoDirectory categories as name suggested. You have GD description, category description, so wherever you want to display the category description, you can use this. So most probably you will need a category description on category page, so at that point you can use this, since a category page like a category archive page in itself is using GD archive, so you can use this shortcode on GD archive. There is no point of using this on single or detail page. GD dashboard is basically, it will show you several dashboard links like add a listing links and my profiling. It's basically user specific, you can check by adding this. Then GD recent review, which will show you all the recent review in your GeoDirectory site. GD CPT meta, so basically this business is a CPT here, and all the meta related to this business you can display it through this CPT shortcode. So I have just CPT meta shortcode, so I have to edit it. Here on the right side you can see the block setting. I will go for advanced, and there in the key section you can see these are the keys that you can display for that particular CPT, like singular named, CPT name, CPT slug, CPT title, CPT metadata, and images or something. Then you have GD post badge. It is very important, I think, to show the badges like featured listing or something, and anywhere you want to add some badges you can use this shortcode. So I will show you a demo of this. So for example, if I edit this block, on the right hand side you can see the setting specific to that block. So let's add some logic like if my listing have a website, or if any listing have a website and website is not empty, then show a badge of website. Okay, and in the design section you can do some designing things. Let's skip that part for now. Click action. Okay, so the click URL, if anyone will click on this blog, where they can go. So for example, here you can see that there is mention to show the output specific to the meta key you have selected. You can use this input and click on open in new tab, and then you have several other settings, so I will not go in detail in that. You can explore that thing. Let's refresh my detail page. So here basically you can see my website badge, and then you have on, if you click on this you can go to the site of that user. So this is how the badges work, and mostly the badges are used on the archive page to show something like this listing is featured, or this listing has website or has email address or something. Let's remove this part, clean it up, and move back to our other badges. Then you have GD post meta to show the meta specific to your listing. You can use it on detail page, you can use it on archive item page. Let's use it so you can see something like, okay, click on the advanced part, So here basically you can select a key for this. So let's say we want to show our website, okay, and we want to show icon, label and value. You have different option. Okay, we want to show icon, label and values, then alignment should be none, and there is other setting. Okay, nothing else. Let's save it and check it in the front end. So here basically you can see label, then you have icon and you have the value. Fantastic. So this is how this GD post meta shortcode work. You can display the different metas related to your post. GD post images to show the GD post images, all the images specific to your listing you can show through GD post images. GD post title is the name suggest title of the post, and then you have GD post rating to show the post specific rating in star format, and then you have post favorite to show the it. Then we have GD post favorite, which will show a link so that any visitor or other user can add that particular listing to their feature favorite. Then you have GD direction. This will show a link of map direction to the current post. So let's add it and check. So this will look like something this. So when you will click on that, then it will show you a direction of that particular listing. So for example this, let's click on this. Okay, so here you can see it basically pointing where this listing is, and then you can add your location and check the direction. Let's clean it up. Then you have GD author action, which will show a edit a delete link for a listing. GD listing shortcode, which will show GD listing filtered by your choice. So it's basically an advanced block that most probably you will need wherever you want to list a particular listings based on your criteria, like based on by featured or by the listing which have images or something. It's very customized shortcode, and maybe you will use it lots of the time if you want to show something on your home page or anywhere. So like you can click on advanced, and then you have so many filter option, like to show a listing by categories, to show a listing by post type, and then you have option to filter them, filter by author, and then you have this show only, featured only, show listing which have special offer, which have pictures, which have videos, which is favorite by user or something. So it is very advanced shortcode. You can play with this block, and let me know in the comment if you face any issue. Then you have GD map. It display basically map recently viewed. All the recently viewed post can be showed by this block. Single tab, so basically this is a single tab block. Here you can see, so it shows you tabs on your detail page, and you have option to click on this advanced, and either you can show not them as a tab but as a list. So then you will have this kind of layout. Output type, like whether you want to show only head, only body or something. So it's basically self-explanatory. You can play with this thing and then see how it goes. Let's save it and see if we have the list layout here. So here you can see that my tabs layout got converted into a list layout. GD notification, so basically it is mostly for the admin purpose notification. GD add listing, this block will show a form where you can add your listing. So mostly it is used on the add listing page, but if you want to show that form anywhere else, you can use this block. Dynamic condition, so it is basically to add dynamic conditions, like if title is is empty, then show title as no title or something. You can use it this way. So you can basically define the condition. If user does not have email address, then don't show the website or something. Or if user does not have in future, you may use it like this: if user does not have the paid plan, then don't show the email address or something. It's up to you how you can use, but it is basically to set the dynamic conditions. Then you have GD loops, which is basically show the archive listing in loops format, like you have the archive pages. So all the listings that you have here are the part of a loop that is going on this page. So this short code can help you to show the listings, but you most probably it is used on the GD archive page. GD loop pagination to show the pagination of that loop. Loop actions, so to show the actions like this. So these are the actions, and they get print by this GD loop action short block. GD archive item section, so if you want to use archive item section anywhere specifically, you can use this thing. GD single taxonomy, so to load a particular category specific to a taxonomy on single page, then you can use this shortcode. And then you have GD single next preview, so like here you can see I've already used it. It's GD single next preview. It is show you an option of next and prev post. Then you have GD single review, which basically show a review form where user can review a particular listing. And generally there is no need of this because every theme support a comment form, and GD by default add the review option there on the comment form. GD distance to a post, so it basically show a distance to a particular post in miles, kilometers, things format. You can use it, for example I'm using it here. And then you have option to customize it bit from the design point of view or something. So it's basically showing how far this particular listing is from your location. GD map pinpoint, so it basically adds a link. If you click on that link, then it will open up the marker, the window, small window that appear if you click on the marker. So it will do the same things when you click on this link. GD page title, so to display a page title on GD pages, you can use this shortcode. GD single closed text, so like if a listing is already closed, then this particular block will add a close down warning for that particular listing. GD Ninja form, as you have already know maybe that GD is very much compatible with Ninja form. For a Ninja form has been used for contacting a listing, for claiming a listing. So GeoDirectory have this block which will add a option to select which Ninja form you want to display there. So for example here you have a different option, like you want which form you want. Okay, I want contact me form, and then design how you want the form to be. I want the form to be form, not a button. And if you save it, and you'll see in the front end you have the form here. So here I think we have covered all of our GD blocks, total 37 blocks available in GD core. And there are other blocks that you can see here is WordPress default. You can use them if you haven't used them yet. Okay, and one more thing that I wanted to mention here is that all the blocks that we have seen there, if you go in the appearance in the widget section, you will see the same amount of widgets same amount of blocks are in widget format also, like you can see author action, best of listing, category description, CPT meta, dashboard, direction, distance to post, dynamic content, listing, loop action, loop position, map. So everything you have here in widget also. So if you want to show something on your sidebar and you don't have an option, then you can use like widget from here, and you can drag it in your sidebar and something. And I have shown you earlier, like if you are using the classic editor, then you will get a shortcode builder, which basically allow you an option to build something using that shortcode, and pretty much that shortcode also have the same option. So all these things like the shortcode, widgets and blocks, they are combinedly synced together. So now if you know anything, any one of them, then you maybe can do other things also. So here I think that we have covered our all the blocks, and if you have any question related to any blocks, you can just play with them. And if you have any issues or any questions related to any blocks, you can ask me in the comment and I will surely reply them. See you in the next video.